So, welcome to today's video. I have some exciting news, and I have seen that Holbein also now will release some super granulating watercolors. They have announced 24 colors, and as you can already see here, I think it is a very nice selection from each color group. We have some yellows, some oranges, reds, pinks and violets, blue, turquoise, green, and yeah, some more neutral looking colors. So I think the color selection here is really nice. That is definitely a big plus in my personal opinion. That was something I didn't like with the White Nights granulating colors, because there were most of the colors were violet, blue or green turquoisey kind of colors, and they didn't have a lot of variants with other color groups. So I think that is definitely a very big plus. Sadly, some have some fluorescent dyes in it, which of course tempers down a lot the light fastness. I will give you now only a little peek of the four groups, 5 groups, and then we will take a look at every color. I will tell you something about the pigments they used, also about the light fastness. They have different groups. Some are related to plants, so the color scheme for the color is they did mix after a specific flower. I'm really sorry, it's really late here. Also, some are dedicated to birds, and then we have a group dedicated to nature and the sky and moon and the moon. So yeah, very different groups, and you will see this in each name, because the name always is something like moon and then something more specific, and then the color like red or blue, and that is something we will have in all the colors. So we start with the first color, Pampas grass yellow. They have rated it with 3 stars. As far as I know, they have a 4-star rating system, if I'm not wrong. The pigments they've used is PR 233 Porter's Pink, PY 43, that's the natural yellow iron oxide, and PY 83, which is the reason why it is not perfect light fast, because the first 2 are very light fast. It reminds me a little bit of a granulating quinacridone gold or a nickel azo yellow, because of the range between the very dark brownish colors and the very bright yellowish colors. Then we have Full Moon Yellow, 4 stars. We have here PY 159, that is zirconium yellow, which a lot of you may know also from Schminke's super granulating line as the Volcano Yellow. I know that Winsor Newton Professional also offers the color under a different name, but the Schminke version granulates more. And then we have PY42, synthetic yellow iron oxide, and PBK6, which is your lab black. So all of the colors are very good in light fastness. That's why we have here a very good light fastness rating. The next color is Flamingo Orange. 3 stars, of course, flamingo. This is one of the bird colors. We have Potter's Pink, PR 233 and PO 73. When I'm not remembering it wrong, this is Pyrrole Orange. So probably that's the reason for the 3 stars, but it is also a color which comes with a good or a good light fastness rating, but can also be sometimes a bit problematic, I think. Not that it's really bad, but not excellent sometimes. Then we have Daybreak Orange, which looks very interesting, I think. They've rated it also with 3 stars, probably also because here's also a PO 73 in it, the Pyro Orange. Then we also have PR 254, which is a red with a very good light fastness rating. And as a main one, we have a Peachy 50, which is a cobalt color. And this color comes normally in your standard cobalt teal or cobalt turquoise color, which a lot of you know, but it also has a green version with a very mayish, greenish-like color. So depending on all the picture I've seen whenever a PG50 is involved, you see little turquoisey spots. So I think they used a teal or turquoisey version of the color, not the green one. Then we have Lunar Eclipse Red, which is really cool color, I think. But the problem here is this is one of the colors which have the fluorescent dyes in it. So they rated it with 3 stars. I wouldn't give them 3 stars. I would give it maximum 1 star, like all the other fluorescent colors, like, you know, maybe from Opera Rose or Opera Pink and other colors like it. We have BV7 and BV15, that's the fluorescent dyes, and we have PY110 and PR122, that's quinacridone magenta. Then we have Trumpet Wine Red, which is a flower, 3 stars. We have PY159, that's the zirconium yellow again, and then we have a PR 177, and this is a color which is when you are not using it in mass tone, is in watercolor sadly not light fast, so it vanishes completely. So the 3 stars they have given it, I would also rate it more with a 1 star rating, just to be aware of this pigment is very problematic. Then we have Cherry Blossom Pink, also rated with 3 stars. Of course, cherry blossom is something we all probably know. It's a flower. We have the PR 233 again, the Potter's Pink, PO 73 again, and PW6, a white. It looks a lot like the shell pink they already offer, with a little bit darker granulating pink tones from the Potter's Pink. Personally, not a color I would be very much interested in, but that's only personal taste, nothing else. So the next color is Burke's Parrot Pink. I didn't know Burke's Parrot because, of course, I don't know all the bird names, the English version. But at least with parrot, I knew it has to be a bird. Here we have a 3 star rating again, zirconium yellow, PY 159. Also PR 122, that's Quin Magenta again. And then we have, and that makes tempers down your rating to a 1 star, BV10, another fluorescent, also known as rhodamine. That's the one normally used in Opera Rose or in all the brilliant red, violet and brilliant other colors from Schminke, for example. That's a fluorescent dye which is used in science a lot for example, microscopy things, and also for ELISA gene testing stuff. So then we have Twilight Purple, 4 stars, PV 47 Cobalt Violet, a very, very, very expensive, probably the most expensive, the Cobalt Violet's pigments in watercolor, standard watercolor colors. PR 233 Potter's Pink again, and PO 13, which is, I think, not very light fast, so I would not give it a 4 star. Earth Shine Violet, 3 stars. PB 29 Ultramarine Blue, sadly PR 177 again, so the 3-star rating goes down the drain here again, and the PR 122. I will do all these colors include in my How to Mix series, and with colors like this one I will show you how to mix a color which looks similar or identical, but with a light fast alternative. So yeah, sadly that one also is not very light fast. Then we have Clematis, I don't know how to spell it in English, Violet, also a flower, 3-star, and we have also here the PY 159 again. Then we have a PB 29 and we have a PV 23, that's dioxazine violet, and that's the reason why the light fastness rating isn't so good, because it is not, it's more a mediocre light fastness pigment. But I think the combination between violet and yellow, that's very interesting. So definitely I will try to do something like that as well. So then we have Nightfall Indigo. They've rated it with 3 stars. I would give it a 1 because we have fluorescence dyes again, BV7 and BV15. Then we have the PG50 Cobalt Teal and the PB60 Indanthrene Blue. So the next is also a blue, which is called Moonlit Night Blue. They rated it with 4 stars, and that's definitely correct because we have 2 pigments here. It's a PB29 Ultramarine Blue and a PBK6 Lamp Black, which both are very light fast pigments, so yeah, no problem. But that is, for example, one of the colors which I say personally, every one of us has somewhere a black, and an ultramarine also everyone has. So if you are mixing a single pigment black with an ultramarine blue, you can recreate colors like this super, super easily. Then we have Jade Wine Blue, also a flower. I had to look this one up, and I must say I never seen this flower before. It's a very turquoise, tealy and blue flower, which looks absolutely stunning. We have here again the PV47 Cobalt Violet, PG7, that's the blue shade of phthalo green, and a PB15 phthalo blue, and also a PW6. Which it doesn't look very opaque here, so probably have, at least in the swatches, not tons of white in it. Then we have Ocean Blue, which is rated with 3 stars. So PY 159, Zirconium Yellow, and a PB 15 phthalo blue, and that's where I'm a little bit confused, because with this color and some of the colors which are following now, they rated it only 3 stars, and the only one which I'm not 100,000% sure is the zirconium yellow with the light fastness. but prior to it, there are mixes where it is included, like the full moon yellow, where we have a 4-star rating. So why here why it has here a worse light fastness rating, I'm not sure. Then we have peafowl green, of course. Peafowl or peacock is a bird. 4 stars, PY 159. Like I said, here we have 4 stars. Then PG7 phthalo green, PB 15 phthalo blue, and we also have PR 232, not 3. And I had to look this one up because I don't had the number in my head, and that's the zirconium red. So we have 3 zirconium pigments: zirconium yellow, red, which is more like a salmon pink, and blue. Then we have mimosa yellow. Of course, this is also a flower. 4 stars. We have a PY 159 again. Like I said, why here the 4-star rating? I don't know. When on other in other mixes, it only gets 3 stars. Then PB29 ultramarine blue, and PG17, which is your chromium oxide green, which are all very light fast pigments. Then we have a Wonder Forest Green, also rated with 4 stars, which is definitely also correct. We have a PY 43, that's the natural yellow iron oxide, and your PG 50 again. And like you can see in some areas where it is very teal-like, tealish, turquoise-ish, so that can't be the green version of the pigment. It's very easy to spot, I think. Then we have Japanese bush warbler green, which is really a mouthful. That's also a bird. They rated it with 4 stars. Here also the PG17, the chromium oxide green, and then we have a PY42 and a PY43, which is the synthetic and the natural yellow iron oxide. So two kinds of yellow iron oxide, which in most times, if you have it in your set, then it will be some kind of ochre color. Then we have hazy moon yellow, 3 stars. Here we have the 3 stars with the PY 159 again. I don't know, that's really confusing. The zirconium yellow, PBK6 lamp black, and PB15 phthalo blue. But I think if it really works, that it separates like this, then it is absolutely stunning. I've never seen a yellow and black granulating separation looks like this. So then we have rainy night moon black. No, sorry. That's the Eurasian J rose gray. I was on the next one. That's also a bird. We have here a 3-star rating, probably because of the PO73, the pyrrole orange again, and otherwise we have a PB29 ultramarine blue, PG18, your genuine viridian, and that's the, when I'm not mistaken, the exact same combination of pigments used by Daniel Smith for their shadow violet, and which you also will find a similar version in Paul Rubens, and I think also Roman Schmoll has also something very similar to it. So then we have now the rainy night moon black, 4 stars. This is PB29 ultramarine blue and PR101, your synthetic red iron oxide. That's a mix I use a lot. I do it a lot. And thanks to White Nights that I learned this one from their granulating color. And it is, I think, some kind of misty something. Really love this one. Then we have shoebill blue-gray, which is also a bird. That's the grayish blue big bird with the massive beak. PB71, that's the zirconium blue. PB29 ultramarine blue, and PBK 11 black iron oxide. The PB71 I highly recommend for everyone who doesn't want to use cobalts and therefore doesn't use cerulean blues, because it looks very much like a cerulean blue. It often also is sold as a zirconium cerulean blue, but it is not non-toxic, so very beautiful color. And the last one is Echinopsis Green Grey, which is also a flower, rated with 4 stars. PB29 ultramarine blue, and PG17 again, your chromium oxide green. So these are all the colors. As far as I know, they are only available so far in Japan. You can find the item on the Japanese Holbein website. I will put a link down in the description box below, but I don't know if they ship outside of Japan. If I hear anything about when they will be available outside of Japan, then I of course will inform you via a video or a community post, as always when I do videos like this with some exciting news. I think there are a lot of mixes in it which looks very stunning, and I'm very excited to get my hands on them in the future. And yeah, sadly some of those are not very light fast, but I always think if you know that the color is not light fast, then you can use it in works where it just doesn't matter, like in sketchbook work. In artwork you will put in a folder or a drawer and don't want to hang up on your wall for when you are working on selling digital prints or something like that, or of course for things like adult coloring also. It is always just very important that you are aware of when a color is not light fast, so that you don't put a lot of effort in an artwork, hang it on your wall, and then in a year later you have nasty white spots on it. I would love to know if some of the colors are interesting to you, and which are your personal favorites. Yeah, and if you will be interested in buying one of those. I really hope that the video was informative and helpful for you. As always, I very much appreciate every follow and every thumbs up, because it helps me and the channel so much. So thank you very much in advance for everyone putting a thumbs up or a follow. Yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and hope to see you soon in one of my other videos. Take care of yourself and have a wonderful day. Bye bye!